Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rhymes Over Baghdad. It's Joey. Episode 212. 212. That's how you say that, right? 212. Rhymes Over Baghdad. I'm Albie. Welcome.
212.
212. We're in a 212 now. You know? Right, Pop Cans? What's the 212 area code? Is that Atlanta? Because they look like shit out there. That's always the same thing. Our football joke for today.
Sure.
Okay. DJ?
You want?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what the actual area code is. Are you actually gonna give me the area code?
No.
Oh.
It's not area code. What are you talking? It's not 5 digits. What? Okay, so area code is yes.
Phone number. Yeah, not a zip code. Area code. That's a
Whatever.
very different thing.
Who the fuck cares about area codes nowadays?
No one. They don't even exist, do they? Do cell phones not have area codes
they?
now? I feel like some
I
cell
feel
phones
like-
probably don't.
Feel like people in America like their area code. Like it represents some places like Mr. Mysterio with their like the 619. Yeah,
Yes.
did you I was
Mr.
paying
Worldwide
attention.
with the whatever that one is.
I think like I remember what's that Lucha Underground. I remember someone having an area code and like their stuff. Like the 559. Someone was from the 555 in Lucha Underground.
Probably. Who knows?
I still have my hometown area code, even though I live in Columbus now. So that's fun.
Rep that area code. You could
Fuck
fake all the
yes.
numbers.
614. I'm still 740.
Woo! 570. Let's go. It's the best numbers. 5 and 7 and 0.
I looked it up. I'll have you know it was the current Swolverine.
Swolverine.
They also then changed to say he is a machine. It is Brian Cage, Mr. Roidman, Mr. Assumed Roidman, because you cannot normally look like that.
No, of course not. You know, Frank Gore playing until you're 100 years old. Gotta have a little help, you know? Those protein shakes aren't gonna do it for you. Gotta add a little spice. Mm-hmm.
I also looked his Wikipedia. His real name is Brian Christopher Button. Now, there's something about that surname just doesn't play well with his body type.
Brian
Button.
Brian Button. Okay. It's been a crazy week.
Right, this guy. Yes.
Yes, Wolverine.
Wolverine, of course. Logan, the Wolverine.
No, Swolverine.
With the Swolverine, yeah.
Yeah.
I could absolutely see. What's the guy that plays Wolverine? I'm not terrible at actors' names in all the movies. No one knows? No one's got it at all?
No, I can't remember.
Okay, he would be a good Wolverine. That's all.
Huge action.
Hugh Jackman, yeah. There you go.
Jackman.
There you go. Swolverine. He could play a Swolverine. Right? In like a spoof comedy bit on being like a superhero. That'd be fun. Swolverine. Speaking of Swolverine, what are you laughing about?
You're.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving. What else we got this week? What's going on, guys? Been a big week this week. What you play? What you do? Anything happen?
You didn't do anything for 24 hours in a row, right, DJ?
You didn't do anything,
No.
right? Nothing? Didn't play like Fall Guys, maybe, at all? You would
No.
play that and then refund it for $25 and then buy the Cyberpunk on Steam? No?
Is that what you did? You invested that into full
Yep.
Cyberpunk.
Christ. Meanwhile, I played like 5.5 hours somehow.
Wow, that's a lot of hours.
We played a lot.
We played a lot. I'm surprised
We did
you played
play a
so much.
I played literally 2 hours on a dot, pretty much.
Yeah.
About as close as I could to refund. Oh, there goes Pop Cans.
Oh,
So
yeah, you're like 2 minutes or so out.
Yep. Oh, somebody's back.
Too many windows open. God damn it.
Happens to all. Okay. Yeah, I had 119 minutes. Just about hair trigger wire.
Quite literally 1 minute away. Jesus, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Did it get approved?
Yep.
I'm amazed.
Yep.
You're lucky some automated system did it and not some person.
Be like,
person
wait
would
a
be
minute.
like, what is this?
It's true.
Don't worry about it.
Hands up.
Doing my weird. Okay, we're good. Oh, and Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray get a touchdown?
Kyler Murray did. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
But like, football's happening, so.
Yeah, of course we're gonna react. It's our sports podcast for the next, I don't know, in a couple of weeks.
So, I mean, I talked mostly about Fall Guys, so before you guys start, I may as well just are you gonna new drink London Beer Factory? It's called Zia. It's you guys can kind of read.
Yeah, we can read that. London Beer Factory.
Now it says it's meant to be tiramisu pastry stout down there. Yep, 9.2% alcohol. So I'm gonna be drinking that, or pouring that, while you
talk about Fall
Guys. Yeah, because I've talked about it enough. But what do you guys think of it?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I kind of almost thought about keeping it. I really was like, just keep playing. But then it's like, I have so many other games I gotta play. So much other stuff I gotta do. It's not a good idea for me to buy a game like that because I'll put like 20, 30 hours into it. And that's crazy. So that was kind of the deciding factor, but I think the games and stuff are really cool. Wow, that's a black drink, my friend.
It's what a stout is.
Pitch
I just
black.
want to highlight the like can design that London Pastry Stout uses. It's like all of the top that goes off. I love that.
Fucking chug it, man.
Just
yeah,
slam it.
Theoretically do it.
Yeah, Fall Guys is very good. It's very easy. It's a very good casual game because it's like it's easy just to play. Even though we did have a decent number of technical difficulties, it's easy to just get in a group and just play with your friends.
Yeah.
And even though by 6 hours, I have played all the mini games quite a bit. I still think it's fun. It's fun to play enough to where it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to describe like without just saying like, oh yeah, I've played fucking Seesaw like 35 times in those like 5 hours that we played or something like that. Or like the Gate Crash, like we probably played Gate Crash like once every turn we did, and there was probably like 30 turns we did. But it's still fun every time because like the timing can change and freak out on you. The people there can fuck you up.
The grabbers can grab.
Sequence. Grabbers are gonna grab. Yeah, it's every time you play it, it's really fun. And some dumb shit happens, or you get real close.
And it's fun where it feels like each round is different because each round, what round you're on determines how you play. Because if you're in the first round, you're going to win, so you just need to
right.
You need some steady play, but you're going to win no matter what. But later on, you guys start trying. You got to try harding a little bit more and more.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like, if you're in the last round and you're in the Mountain King course, I feel like if you can't make any mistakes. If you make one mistake, you lose.
Some will pass.
I forget how, so me and Popcans won a crown during our session. I forget how I won one. How did I win one? It definitely wasn't Hexagon. Was it just Fall Mountain?
It was.
I think
Fall
it was.
It was Fall Mountain.
Yeah, I guess I just lucked out. But it was fun to like hear Popcans's win, because like it was Hexagon and both of them were like right at the end.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the last couple of tiles as well. It's a fun one when it gets really fucking tense.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. The king one I might not be a big fan of because I don't know. Since it's more like you're not really interacting with anybody else.
Right.
It's very much RNG that Fall Mountain climb up to the top to grab the crown.
Yeah.
Well, Hexagon, you're interacting with other players. And there's also more strategies like King Mountain. Yeah, your premise is running straight ahead. While Hexagon,
Yeah.
you can try to spot. You can try to you can either try to stay by yourself or you can try to fuck other people over. And a lot of the better strats is trying to stay jumping to each tile separately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But then you can get another layer deep of say you're in the third level of tiles and there's only one other person there with you. But there's a lot of tiles. What you kind of want to do is kind of cut them off. So that you try and run next to them, cut them off, and do a couple of layers, so that then they have a limited pool of tiles. There's other sets of levels of it, and then there was another one that I wanted to do when I think one time me and Popcans had a 20-person hexagon.
Yes,
which was just chaos.
Yeah,
it was so quick.
Everything happened so fast.
Because when you start out the Hexagon, you're starting out you don't start out on a full a full row. It's usually you're on tiles separated by themselves. But usually there's one empty tile next to you. But yeah, when we played 21, all the tiles were taken up.
Yeah,
I think that's the difference between Fall Mountain and then the actual Hexagon thing is there is strategy involved.
yeah.
I think there are some good maps in Fall Guys where it's there's a strategy about you can either go this way or that way. Like the one with the propellers, you can either go through the middle or off to the sides. You have to make that choice about where you think you can land a jump or this or that. But then there's also some where it's just are you running forward at a door? Does the door open randomly? I don't know. Does it? No one knows.
Sorry, I saw Justin Hubert's shoe came off. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think King Mountain sucks because there's not really any strategy. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure about the. Go ahead, sorry.
That's why I like Jump Showdown because while there's not much strategy of opposing players, it turns into a skill game.
Yeah.
Essentially, of can you jump the best, unless someone fucking holds you.
I still don't know about that one.
Even though,
God, I was so close that one time.
Yes, you were very close.
And then I tried to fuck the guy over, but then I accidentally dived off.
Yeah.
And then I rage quit. And it was
the box one too. I think is good in that respect, especially at the end where it's just the boxes are coming, the wave after wave of boxes.
Oh, the Popcast hates that.
Pop hates boxes. I know, but I like it.
One fuck box game.
It's a neat ass game.
Yeah, Popcans in that one notoriously stays in the middle. I have no clue why, but it's always a hell zone of people just being in your way and holding you, and just a nightmare. So the one time I told him to come, the one time he finally came to the front, because I live at the front of Block Party, because you set yourself where you want to be. The only worry you have is people holding you and the physics possibly bouncing you back. The one time Popcans came up there, he got double teamed by two people and they totally pushed him off. It was savage to see.
Oh boy.
The worst game. Yeah. That's why I think Fall Guys is so good because it's a game where you can create your own stories with your friends.
Yeah.
And obviously some mini games are not as good as some others. I think the tile tiptoeing, whatever it's called.
The tile.
Yeah, tiptoe. Yeah.
That game is straight up garbage.
Yeah, it's bad.
Because it's just people waiting for somebody to fucking go.
Yeah.
And the member game one is kind of garbage because it's so easy.
Yeah, they need another round. It's awkward because if they do another round with eight fruits, I feel that's when it gets hard. and
Yeah.
like possibly too hard.
I wonder what the data. They've got to be pulling some kind of data on that, right? Like,
Obviously.
And
Yeah.
like how many people get through each round,
Yep.
let's say. Yeah.
then you could also just like if they wanted to play test something like that, like I don't know, add a random number generator, and then they, maybe it rolls a 1 and you get an 8-round one or a 9-round one, and you see,
Yeah.
and they could pull the data from that and then know.
That'd be a lot better.
So Hawkins.
But then like that's a white person.
No.
Then you also have like teams, because you like we were in a team of 3. I think you can be in a team of 4, but with the memory game, if you're in a team of 3, then just each of us has to remember 2 fruit. That's it.
Right.
Like it becomes extremely easy with teams,
Mhm.
the fruit game. So yeah, it's awkward.
But no. When we were playing early on, DJ was talking to me about like what they have changed, because they are changing things somewhat. And I think and there are some elements that do change. Like sometimes the swingy balls will go different directions sometimes.
I might pick
Yeah.
it up back up again. God damn, you're making me want to play Fall Guys again.
Like
Son of a
for
bitch.
example, the gate crash, it had a really easy routine. Like you could tell like every single gate, you could tell what was moving when. Like for example, the first line, it was always the left one, then the right one,
Right.
then the middle one. So based on where you were, you could just immediately run to the one you know is fine, and then the second 2 lines, it was always the middle ones you would need to go for, especially the third one, because the middle ones would go open and close about 3 times, and then the outer ones would close a 4th time. All of that's changed, so I think that's good. And it seems like they've added multiple sequences, not just sort of one sequence for people to remember again. And then stuff like the fall ball, which is like very similar. It's basically Lucia ball, but much slower and no sound boop. That's like they fixed that, because what you would do at the start, if anyone scored, the balls would drop down from the air, but you'd see like the shadow, so you could
Right.
be directly underneath it and like just position yourself, so when you jumped, kind of like basketball, like a tip ball, you'd just launch it straight to their goal. And if you were good at that, which I was pretty decent at, you could just launch like 3 or 4 balls directly at them immediately. They fixed that in 2 ways. One's the obvious way with the spinny guy in the middle, which I'm sure you guys saw, which makes it much harder to line it up. But B, what they did was do you know how there's light sources in games, which project shadows and stuff? I guess what they had was they had a global light source at the top, which meant the shadow was straight down for the ball. What they must have done is made a direct light source off the side, because the shadow now like moves slightly, so you can't guarantee where the ball is, or like as it goes down, the shadow starts coming in, so you can't line it up anymore. It's a smart, sneaky little thing they did, and it works well.
Definitely, yeah. Also, they're going to keep adding games.
Yes, they're gonna keep adding games.
Yeah, say I'm back. Shut up.
There we
Shut
go.
up.
Yeah.
They're going to keep adding games, and obviously season 2 is coming soon. They're adding more games, so it's a forever game.
I mean, that's the exciting part, right? Is like this is a great platform to just, if you can get to a point where you're kind of consistently building, like every 2 months or something like that, you can add in 5 new levels or something like that. Like this could build really quickly into, I think, a pretty great game for them. Really, I mean, something you can keep coming back to and coming back to and coming back.
Yeah. And I feel like there's an ability to extend or make different games, like make a much bouncier ball, but then you can make fucking volleyball or some shit. I think that's like doable if you have a big enough teams, like 25 people each side. You can possibly make like a volleyball system, or like don't touch the floor on your side.
And it'd be neat to see them do some stuff with like workshop support or something like that too, and like let people just make stuff and then like make a curated community thing where you can play around with some of those ideas or the tools they have in there already.
Oh right, yeah, not so much the skins.
No, not the skins, but yeah, like the actual game modes.
It's nice that most of like I think you can buy the kudos, but all the good skins are via the crowns. So it's not quite like pay to win for the cosmetics anyway. You have to win the good skins. Like the Half-Life skins, the Gato Roboto, the Hotline Miami, and the My Friend is Pedro. You have to get 10 total wins for those, or crowns.
Yeah, I mean, I could see like, even like if you want to add vehicles or something, like you could add a little like racing game kind of thing or something like that. You could just add a racing thing where you like run the people around, like lots of choices in that regard that I think you can do. And they seem willing to do that, and they've certainly received enough, probably. I mean, what it sold like some crazy number the other day. They said so. It's doing very well for them.
Yeah, I like that what they're doing with season 2 at least is they're going theme based, so
Oh,
it's all medieval times.
that's nice.
For season 2. Yeah, it was on that
Oh, what if they do a Halloween update or something like that? That'd be neat too.
Gamescom. It was on Gamescom's like first night thing with Jeff Keighley. It was funny, like everyone was in the chat rooms were like waiting for the Fall Guys season 2 video or trailer, whatever. But yeah, it's like medieval themes, so like dragon skins, magician skins, some of the courses, like that gate crash, not gate crash, the one with the multiple doors and only 2 doors you can pass through, that nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's being remodeled, and I think you now have to work as a team to like create stairs to get up to the next doors to then open them up and stuff like that.
Ooh.
It's interesting. Like, yeah, they have a lot of good design ideas
And
on how to tweak.
I would think it doesn't take a lot to like sit down and remix some of these in different ways. Like they probably already have the tools built already, so it's just like slapping stuff together to a certain extent if you wanted to remix a level and like, I don't know, turn it around at some quicker pace. Not to say I know how games are made, but it feels like it's kind of made like piecemeal almost. You see a lot of the same blocks and stuff and like things made in certain ways. The only thing that's different is the grabbing. Like everything feels the same, but that one level has the it can pull yourself up, and you don't see a lot of pull yourself up mechanics.
No.
And
Yeah,
it's like
you
that
don't.
one moment where it's like you jump up and it can pull yourself up. I don't know why that is.
It's really slow and stuff, but yeah, it's that one exact moment.
And that's a
Because you were
whole
saying-
animation, right? Like it's a whole, like it's actually like pull your, yeah, it's different.
And it's legitimately never used, because you were mentioning early, like, can you grab onto a seesaw? And no, you can't.
I know.
Like, you theoretically should, considering it's like a pull thing, but yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you can't pull yourself up on a seesaw. I wonder if they're, I wonder about that, don't you? Like why is he able to pull up and, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
So,
if
they
it's just
could
that
use
segment.
That
That's
mechanic
interesting.
somewhere.
Yeah. What could you do with that? Let's think. Brainstorm. What could you do with the pull-up? You could do pull-ups. You could do like a series of big stairs almost, and you just gotta
Yeah,
keep...
that's what I mean. Yeah, you can do stairs,
Mhm.
which they are adding in the season 2. So maybe that's that thing's coming back. Like, if you can just jump up high enough from the tower you built to pull yourself up, that's a way to do it.
And the slime rising or something like that. That'd be neat too.
Yeah.
You could also do a spoof on like a battle royale mode where the slime is just coming in from the sides of the map at a certain pace, and you gotta kind of keep going towards the
That's a
middle,
good
towards the
idea.
middle, towards the middle.
Yep.
Hire me. I can make all. I can sit here all day, just coming up with silly game mode. And that's the potential of it. I like Fall Guys a lot. I'll probably get it when it's on sale. I can't right now. I got so many games to play. Got so much stuff doing. Gotta finish my bow at some point. Gotta finish my bow.
Right. I forgot about that.
Make a mini golf game.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness! But the Fall
Make a
Guys are the
giant-
ball.
Make a giant golf, but like you have to go through a mini golf course as a team and push your ball to the end hole.
Yep. Okay. I like that.
And it's like
Okay.
mini golf where everyone's there at the same time,
Yep.
so your team can fuck with the other players' balls as well.
That's the windmill
It's
hole, right? If you're gonna do,
yeah.
it's got to be the windmill. It's got to be the big
It's
windmill thing.
basically like that rock and roll where you have to push the ball until you get to the
Right.
edge and then you
Okay.
fuck with the other team's thing, but just a lot more obstacles and a lot longer,
Uh
and
huh.
you're almost instantly against everyone else.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. Nice work.
That's a good idea, Pop.
That's a great idea. Yep. Yep.
Thank you. I'm here all day.
I know you're a dark screen now.
Yes.
You're a haunting image of darkness. You're always here. You've always been in this podcast. You're always like the black border around things. It's great. I'm teasing. God, they can do so much stuff. Literally sit here all day. I'm really excited for them too. I don't think
Yeah.
I've. What's their other game? They made another game before
don't know.
Fall Guys. What was the other?
I kind of just end it with saying that like the mass amount of purchases hopefully gives them like the incentive to like do a lot of more seasons and implement a lot more brand contributions, let's say, to the skins. Because again, that's one of the best things that the game has is its ability
You're
to
back.
Why didn't you tell me my screen was black?
I didn't. I thought we knew. We thought we knew.
Why would I-
You knew. I thought you were like crashed. So
Yeah, I
you were
thought
frozen.
there was something really weird going on. So I was
And then you
like,
talked, and
and
I
it-
got a little.
I was like,
scared.
oh,
Yeah.
You didn't say anything in chat. Okay.
I'm sorry.
God,
I
that was
can't.
frozen.
I can't say anything in
You
chat.
gotta
I
vamp.
you
Gotta
gotta.
continue on.
You can't stop. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
can't say anything because it messes the whole stream thing up we have set up. So
Right.
I can't say anything.
So like I'm
Look at
hoping the extra money they've got with all these sales, the unexpected money they have means that they can ask for like other places to get different skins, like not
Yep.
so much just Steam because Steam game, or all the custom skins they have is from Devolver Digital, which is like their parent company, so probably costs them nothing to get those, but to get a fucking, I don't know, a Control skin or an Alan Wake skin or something.
Yeah, I don't think that's hard for them. I think that would be just reach out, say you wanna. We'll make a skin. We'll split profit with you some percentage on a skin sale.
Remember that charity thing they did, and they
Yep.
got like $1 million or something from like a group of people. So now there's gonna be 4 skins coming out of that.
Yep.
Yeah, like I think some places are incentivized to get their skin in the fucking game. Yeah.
I mean, I would not be surprised to see a Keanu Reeves Cyberpunk skin when Cyberpunk comes out. That's a good one. That would be a good marketing thing before that game comes out.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're right, it would be fun or smart of them to do like a Halloween skin, like just a spooky bat or something, I don't know, vampire.
A vampire. Ooh, I want a vampire skin. I want to be Dracula.
Yeah. I hope
A
they have.
Wolfman.
I hope they have some good seasonal skins.
I mean, what you probably do, if you do Halloween skins, you do the classic. You can do the classic skins: vampire, werewolf, Frankenstein, the Wolfman. Those 4 are pretty good to start off. You don't think? No? Okay.
I want to be a pumpkin.
You want to be a pumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh, you could be. What if you could be?
I want to be a candy corn.
Okay, actually, that's a good skin idea. Candy corn. Don't want to be Tropical Fruit Loops man now? You don't want to be Toucan Sam? No more Toucan Sam?
I want to be a flat tire that when kids slashed all the tires during Halloween.
I want to be a teepeed tree. That's what I want to be. Yeah, or an egged house. What if I'm an egged house? Let's go real meta with it. Mischief Night, if you will. COVID Mischief Night's gonna be real good this year, boys. Gonna be real
Oh
good.
Jesus.
Pranking.
So,
I want to be a candy bar that has a bunch of razor
Razor blades in it. Okay.
laser blades.
great. The other quick game I guess I played most of in my 24 hours. I played a lot of different games while you guys were asleep. We played a lot of Heroes of the Storm together. That's what I was kind of
Okay.
forgetting about. Nothing new there really. It's just Heroes of the Storm still. You guys found that out.
Why are people still playing that game? I don't.
It's also like the queue times are less than Overwatch at some points, which is wild. Just wild.
Wow. Yeah, Huts, man. It's good. Get back into it. It's fun.
Mm-mm.
If we didn't play the second round of games, I feel like you guys would have been way more hype. Is that for the first round of
The
games?
first
you
round was
did
good.
well.
Yeah.
The second round of games, you guys.
We did bad. We
Yeah.
got smoked in a way that I was like, okay. Well,
Yeah.
gotta let you go now. Good luck with the
Yeah.
last hour and a half you got. You just were like, I'm done, man. Got it. We can mode.
So yeah, I think after that time and you guys went to sleep, I played a lot of Forza Horizon 4. I think Popcans was kind of awake then. I realized I think they're still giving away because I bought the dumb like £100 version. I think they're still giving me like 2 VIP wheel spins each week because I logged in and I had like 40 VIP the super wheel spins to get through. So that's always fun to log in and just find like just a fuck ton of like money and cars to get to. And yeah, they've added a few like extra sub stories. So that game didn't have a great story. It was like the tried and true rehashed thing from Horizon 2 and 3, where it's just like do these things to level up enough to get like showdown or like a special cutscene event thing, like race against a train or something. But nothing special like Forza Horizon 1. But they've added a lot of sub stories in this game. So like they added the Top Gear one where they made a souped up tractor which can go fast, which is funny, I guess. And like some other shit. And then there's like a van delivery one, I guess they added really recently, where it's just like you're driving fast vans that have been souped up and customized to go real fast, which is cool because they're vans, so that's a fun little take on things. Previously had like a taxi one where you would drive a taxi around to like pick up drop off theoretical people. They had probably the best one was like we're going to recreate these like famous scenes in movies. So like you're gonna drive this car from this movie this fast and stuff, or like recreate the sprint stuff and whatnot. That was cool because you're driving fancy looking cars in different locations. That was a cool one. But otherwise, like Forza Horizon 4 never had a great storyline. So yeah, but it looks good, it plays well, and it's a fun game to like toy around with every so often.
Yeah.
It's Forza Horizon, yes.
Yeah. You guys aren't gonna say anything, so I can just jump straight to the next game.
I got none. I got none.
I would happily show them the story because that's the main reason why I don't like those games.
Oh yeah. The fact that it's basically nothing.
Dang.
I played a bit of Double Kick Heroes as well. It's on Game Pass. It's a game that I think I saw on like one of those indie like things a while ago. Didn't realize it was on Game Pass until a couple days ago. And what it is it's basically like a semi-story rhythm game, but instead of like Rock Band or Guitar Hero of having like a track going from up to down, it's got a track going from like right to left. Sorry.
On the bottom.
Way.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's more focused on like the drum beats of the drums. So like double kick. But it's like the bass has like one track, the bass kick, bass drum, and then a hi hat or snare or whatever thing they want to reference is on the second line, which is like fine, but the button mapping is weird. So like the bass is on this RB or left bumper. I'll get into that in a second. It's on those two. And then like the hi-hat's on like X or A, one of those two, I forget already. But the drum beat is like the lower tracks, but on the controller it's higher. So you have to almost reverse this if you want to figure it out, like, because that's what was good about Guitar Hero is like
Yeah.
blue mapped with like the top left or the top right, and then
Right.
so on. Like it lined up to the fingers you were using, but this doesn't line up whatsoever, so it freaks you out and
Huh.
gets really confusing kind of immediately. Um, I was extremely sleepy as well, so I was pretty bad at it. But then there's also another thing where like when the song is playing, there's like two guns, which is also again referencing the double kick. Two guns on the back of this like Cadillac. They name it something. I forget what it was called. And like each of these buttons, the left bumper and right bumper represented like the bottom gun or the top gun, and like each one you would shoot out of as you hit the note in time. And you'd have a trail of zombies coming through to you. That this is where the game mechanic comes in. That it isn't just like Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Zombies are slowly coming across, and you need to shoot them back. But in easy mode or like the normal mode, the car will go up and down based on like how you're doing. But Mezone told me to make this game way better and more challenging is to turn off or manual steering, so you then have your thumbstick pushing your car up and down
Holy
to
cow.
make it even more interesting. Yeah, like there's a lot of layers to make that game an actual game that isn't just a rhythm game.
Oh,
And I think it has a lot of cool ideas and potential.
yeah, I mean, it looks neat. I'm looking at some of the trailers and stuff, like fighting zombies and stuff out the back of the car. I don't know about the music, but it looks, yeah.
I don't know about the aesthetics either, but yeah, the
True.
gameplay looks. Yeah, the rhythm part. I forgot this is a rhythm game. This seems pretty cool.
Yeah, the pixel art is fine. Some of the like puns and stuff are silly. I very much like that in like the base stations, let's say, they've got fake personas of real people. Like the first place was like I think it was like Marilyn Manson. I can't tell. They have fake names. I think the first person you meet in like the first base station is Marilyn Manson. In the jail, you have the man who's Machete in the films. Machete. He is feuding with the main guy from Metallica, the lead singer. I forget his name. I still forget
Oh
his name
God,
from
Mary would
last
know. All right.
Yeah.
Lars
what's his
something.
face?
Lars something.
Lars Sullivan? No, that's
Lars.
a WrestleMan. I think that is Lars Sullivan's a WrestleMan. I think you're right with Lars though.
We don't talk about him anymore.
Yeah, I forget why, but yeah, probably for the right reasons. Yeah, so they're like just weirdly feuding in this jail of like taking control of the jail. And then you have to like help them and whatnot, and then go through this like almost like overworld thing to the East Coast. It's not bad. It's got a ton of potential. It's just and like when Mazone was in the chat saying, "Oh, turn this on," I was like, "Did you play this at PAX? Because this game screams like a PAX game." And yeah, he totally did. He played a lot of it at PAX.
Yeah, it seems like a game that does one thing. It does it well, but you know,
Yeah.
a very good Game Pass game, you might say. Not to
Yeah.
diminish the developers, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I might go back to it to like finish it up, but
Sure.
I was so sleepy and terrible. I lost quite a few like levels or so of that thing.
Yeah, I would download it. I definitely want to try it out.
Yeah, it looks really. Let's see here. I'm looking up the name of the Metallica guy. Is James also a thing? There's there's a Lars Ulrich, and James
Pretty sure
Hetfield.
it's Lars Ulrich.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now it might be James.
James Hetfield. And drummer.
Breaking news: Kara Murray already has 20 points from me.
What?
It's James Hetfield.
I only know Lars because he's got a. His name is Lars. Well.
So yeah, and then after Double Kick Heroes, I was extremely sleepy and was like, "Oh no, there's like good chance I'm gonna like just fucking
Take a nappy?
not out." nod out or something as I'm playing a game. So I needed to like alert myself. So I played some Overwatch, a decent amount of Overwatch, which was good. It kept me awake. 'Cause,
Was
like,
it good? Was
you
it
have to
good?
keep up. Look, I don't play Overwatch a lot, so I don't play quick play anymore. So I played like the gun. I'm gonna call it gun game because that's how I know that game. Like you get a kill with a thing, and then you level up to the next thing. In this case, the thing was the new character, a new character in Overwatch, and I
Hero,
like that.
thank you.
That's fun. Yeah, hero.
I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, you play and you played a lot of Overwatch.
Did I? How long was I playing Overwatch? Because I got the 9 wins, and that was like the thing I wanted to do anyway.
At least an hour. I woke up,
Yeah.
and you were playing Overwatch.
Yeah. I played a decent chunk of Overwatch. I felt like I wasn't playing very long until you appeared. To play a few quick games, and then got annoyed because I was playing like mystery heroes.
Fucking arcade.
What a great
I
thing
don't know.
arcade is. Am I right?
I think.
Oh
I
no,
think
we played No Limits, didn't we? Yeah,
we
afterwards.
played a couple of mystery, a couple no limit.
Yeah, that one game where we were all divas was very fun.
What?
Yeah, the No Limits allows you to play multiple of the same characters. So I think like
And y'all
4 or
played
5 of
Diva?
us was Diva, and like I think Popcans was
Mora.
Lady Moira. Yeah. So and the funny thing was the other team there were like 4 divas, so it
What?
became a mess. Yeah,
It's a lot of Diva.
it was a very fun mess.
Oh boy.
You played enough to get your 3 boxes, and then you stopped.
Yeah, and that skin or whatever, like Cartoon Tracer or some shit. I forget what it was.
Cartoon Tracer. Everyone loves Cartoon Tracer. I've fallen off Overwatch, but yeah, it's still fun.
That makes sense. I'm always off, and then I play for about half a day, and then I'm off again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you played probably the game of the stream for you, right? Next,
What, Hades?
Hades.
Hades. That's a game. No, that's a game I want
It's
to.
a full 1.0 game. I got it around the same time as a few other people in like our social circle did. When like EGS had that price discount to make it like $7 or $8. That's when I bought it as well. And then I kind of made a thing because I'm kind of against early access games, especially story like based early access games. So I just ignored that game completely until like now, and quite literally until now. Didn't really look at its updates. Didn't really even want to know how it plays. All I knew was it was like a run-based thing, like a roguelike, and that it has the super giant look and style to it.
Yep. And it's more like a Bastion combat.
Yeah, compared to Transistor, it's different to Transistor.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a roguelike, but with a super giant story.
Yeah.
It seems really the story stuff is what intrigues me more than anything. The sort of like you're wandering through a dungeon, and you find like a random mythological characters that are like, "Yo, what's up?" And then their story is actually very well written. Like that's cool.
Yeah, and I played quite a bit in early access, maybe like 15 hours or so. 10 hours. Though today I played like 4 hours today too, because
got that itch.
And yeah, I actually beat a run for the first time today.
Oh wow, already! Wow, that's quick.
Felt pretty good. I unlocked all the weapons and I beat a run. It was pretty good.
What's that? So like when you beat a run in this game, is it like you kind of want to keep doing runs, or is it like, well, that's the game? Like
it looks like it. Yeah, it looks like you keep doing runs.
It's
okay.
It's still very much it's a good roguelike. Because even though I beat it, I still want to play it.
Yeah, because what was that roguelike I played? Not Slay the Spire. Oh, you know what it is? It's that one with your skull guy or whatever. You're like a slime that gets into a person's body. It's it was very popular. It's Souls, something Souls.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Dead Soul, Dying, Dead Cells. There you go, Dead Cells.
Oh,
Yes, Dead Cells. We're getting there. Souls, Cells. That was the game where I had that experience of like, okay, I've beaten this game one time, I'm done. Like I didn't want to go back and play anymore. Like that's what I'm wondering. What Hades is like, if you finish a run, like, what makes you want to play more? What's like is there a hook there that makes you go like, let's play another run?
I
think
thought you
there's
were.
quest lines and stuff.
So there are quest lines. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, okay. No, they
I
get
thought
okay.
you were talking about Grifflands.
Oh, I haven't played Grifflands. No.
Yes, even though it's a roguelike light twist story, it's still still very good roguelite because
Okay.
it still makes you want to play the game, keep playing the game.
And there's different storylines that aren't
And
all just probably
I
resolved.
mean, you keep saying story, but it's not. It's a super giant.
There's not much story.
I mean, it's a super giant story where it's very abstract. You know, once you beat your first run, something does happen, but it gives you a reason to want to keep playing. It gives you the main character, a reason to keep doing the runs.
Okay.
And it gives you a reason to want to keep wanting to do the runs because the game is very fun to play. The game has 5 weapons, and all of them play completely differently. And along with that, you get boons, which are pretty much modifiers. So the fun thing is, each weapon's completely different, and then you can modify each weapon. Modify the weapon completely differently along with that. Fucking Todd, you're smiling.
I'm sorry, I'm smiling. I'm a happy boy.
And because the way you can modify your weapon completely differently between runs, you could say it's infinite play styles. That's what's amazing about it, because and it's the type of game where like some people might say this is the best weapon, and other people will be like, no, this is the best weapon. Because like my favorite weapon is probably the shield. That's not helping when you just do that. So for me, the shield might be that shield is my favorite weapon, but I know other people like the gun a lot. Where I think the gun kind of sucks.
Okay.
I know DJ's he's so early on, so he doesn't.
Yeah, I haven't unlocked either of those. You mentioned you liked the bow when I was playing, and when like I started playing the bow, I just didn't really like the bow, to be honest.
Honestly, I was thinking I was gonna mix up the shield. I think the bow is fine, but it's probably not my favorite either. But sword is, and the sword is very basic, and your basic one, but it's still.
So what's the premise of Hades, just generally? Just to intercede there. Oh my god, I was shocked Popkins and Notre stopped for a second there. Okay, there we go, he's back.
It's more like you keep wanting to go back to the story. It's like, it's a roguelike. It's a roguelike.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking, like, what are you doing? Like, again, what's the like, what
the
is
premise is you are the son of Hades. I forget his name.
Ziggurat.
Ziggurat is definitely not it. Ziggy
Ziggy.
or something like that. Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy Tops.
Ziggy Top
is trying to run through the underworld to escape. I'm not sure where exactly he's escaping to. I'm pretty sure that's going to be semi-laid out as you go through the game, because there's lots of like talk boxes to like your sister, your mother, your brother, I think, and lots of other servants.
Who's his mother?
Hades. Nyx? I assumed Nyx was his mother. Okay, never mind.
So she is his mother, but not his birth mother.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, so it's probably is it the lady from mythology that his birth mother is?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. It's very mythological, this game. So yes, probably. Um, so yeah, and then you're running through the levels, and as you die, you get returned to this like respawn pool, let's say, in the Chamber of Hades, and then you get to escape again. You finish it.
Okay. Probably Persephone.
You
That
say
is
you open that. You open up that link and say that his name, Albie. What's that?
Zagreus.
Say his. Anyways, so yes, the premise is you're the son of Hades. You want to escape the devil realm to see your birth mother,
Persephone. Probably.
and Hades, your dad wants to
Wow,
stop,
spoilers.
and your dad spoilers, and your dad wants that's kind of spoiler actually.
If
Yeah,
you know
it
ancient
is.
mythology, it's of
Yeah,
course
you
it's
spoiled
Persephone.
it. You spoiled the game.
I destroyed. That's
But yes, but your dad wants to stop you, and he makes all his henchmen stops you. So yeah, that's the premise. And each time you die, you go back to your place,
Mhm.
and then you can gradually upgrade yourself and to make it easier for you in preceding runs.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fun. I want to play this
Eh,
game real bad. If we could have a sale at some point, then we'll buy Hades also, just to
It
let you
was
know.
like $7.
It was
There you
$7 and I missed it, and now I will forever hate myself.
go. Yeah, and it does the good roguelite thing where it gives you a ton of permanent upgrades to upgrade. Also a lot of this random shit like you can upgrade your base or your home, your room, all with
Mhm.
cosmetics and stuff like that. Just a ton of upgrades. It's
Those are cosmetic upgrades, correct? There's no like secret hidden buffs in them.
so for the construction part, there's some permanent upgrades like you can upgrade the fountains and stuff like that.
Right. But like the ones that it's like, hey, you can change the fucking lounge banners to red, or the fucking carpet changes to red or some shit. Are those sneaky buffs, or is that just like because you want
I
to change the
wouldn't be
fucking
surprised if that's
attire
like
to red?
minor change or something.
I mean, as far as I know, it's all cosmetics. Even tells you cosmetics. So
Right. Okay.
unless there's some secret, I don't know. But yeah,
Ooh.
So no reason to waste money on them is what I'm getting
not
at.
yet. But the currency is mostly useless once you get all the good permanent upgrades.
Yeah.
Well, there's a vendor where you can exchange currencies. So you can trade like 25 of those for like a key, stuff like that. And the weird thing about this game is there's like 6 currencies for some reason. But it's fun.
Everyone loves currency, you know. Denari? The denari? Is that one of them? It's gotta be denari. What's the coinage? What are we doing with here? A little bit of denari?
I think
Oh
you're right.
boy. Probably is. Probably is denari.
Probably. And like DJ
I
hasn't
don't
got
think they say it in that language though. What haven't they
Denari.
got to?
like he hasn't even got to the point where you can like upgrade your weapons because like once you get 5 of the blood currencies, you can like upgrade your weapon to a certain they're not permanent upgrades per se, but it's like you can change the weapon to a certain play style, so it can and stuff like that. It's like there's a ton of customization. Um,
I looked it up. It's not that.
yeah, I don't know.
The upgrade, you know how when you get to 3 levels, you can get like
Oh boy.
boons. I think is what you were saying. The upgrades.
No, I wasn't talking about those. No,
No. I'm asking a different thing.
sorry.
That like tweak your attacks or tweak like stat bonuses to your attacks and all that stuff. I've seen like rares and epics. Are there legendaries or is epic the highest?
They're called heroics, but yes, heroics.
Heroics, okay. And is that linked to the like call of each character? Like when you do the god thing, and then like you can ride a tidal wave from thingy or whatever else. Is it those? or no?
No. Those are just a different. Those just give you a different ability. Those are getting heroics is usually tied to So the fun thing is later one you start getting duos. All right, duo abilities are tied to two different gods, and those are
What do you mean duos?
so like say you get one boon with this one god,
Right.
but if you go to another god, they might give you a chance to upgrade that ability to tie it with the second god.
Right,
Oh, because
sure.
I haven't seen that. Like
Yeah.
one time I've seen like the option, like I saw like I upgraded my basic attack, and then like another said like you can have this basic attack modifier, but it will remove the other one. That's the only thing I've seen. So duo is like is new to me.
Duos, yeah, it's a very rare way to upgrade a boon even more.
Okay, cool.
Um, but it depends on the luck and it depends on the luck and you being able to go to a certain god and being
Far enough, I assume as well.
unless you want to try to game it by using their keepsake. Keepsakes are a thing, of course, where you can gift things to gods, and once you gift something to them, you get a keepsake, which is a thing that you start before run, and you can change it between biomes. And then another strategy is using a keepsake that is usually only good for like one biome, and then changing it once you get to the
Oh,
next.
okay.
It's there's a lot of stuff going on. That's why it's like just because I beat it once, I still want to keep doing runs. Because also once you beat a run, they add a whole new system where you get modifiers to make the game harder. It's like adding heat is what they call it, and like it keeps going on, and it's a lot, but it's all uh, 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 it's all very fun.
It's all very fun. Good. 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 I was doing that because it kept adjusting my brightness. Never mind. There was a watch a
okay.
stream, folks. I kept doing a whole hands thing because then it would adjust, like it would shade me down into like a darker. And it was funny. It was a funny thing to
I don't
do,
know what
but then
I didn't
everybody
see
just
it.
started doing the hands thing, and I thought we were gonna
I
make it a
didn't get what
bit
you were doing.
where we were gonna be passing around hands up until forever. But whatever.
I would say once you're able to get three
Um,
respawns, upgrade to three respawns, it kind of makes it pretty easy. Cause to run that beat it one, I had 3 respawns from the upgrades and also 1 from a keepsake, and also had like 300 max health. So I kind of just brute forced the last boss. It was pretty, because the last boss is a motherfucker. He's really hard. Spoilers: Hades is a fucking hard boss. But when I had 300 max health and 4 respawns, it's somewhat easy to brute force. That is my opinions on Hades. It's a very good video game.
Yep.
Much better than Pyre, which I did not like.
I didn't get that one.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
saw
play it. I
mixed
played a little bit
reviews.
of it, but
Some,
it seemed neat. But I would like a little bit more from it. But
some friends of the podcast thinks it's Supergiant's best game, but I tried to get into getting into it 3 times, and I just don't fucking like it.
who is the friend of the podcast? Name them.
Sarah and Tuka. They think it's their best game, and I'm like, fuck. The fucking story's meh, and the gameplay is fucking terrible.
Wow.
And
Throwing shade.
and Trin is just meh. And then Bastion's the fucking best. And
I mean, Bastion does slap. Let's just all be honest here.
and this game is very good.
Okay, cool. Gentlemen. Do you have anything else, TJ? Is that all the games you played? Played Hades, and then I think we played. Played more Fall Guys, and you rounded out with more.
Yeah.
Hot.
So much progress. I got my Pecan Sam suit.
Yeah, you pink Toucan Sam suit. The
And
pink.
also got the pineapple suit.
Yeah.
I will say, it kind of sucks me getting into Fall Guys so late into the season because I'm probably not going to complete the battle pass.
Well, I mean, I think I got that game 3 or so days after its launch, and like, I think I got a level the amount of time I played with you guys. I'm on
Really?
level 35. It takes a lot. I didn't realize how much grinding right at the end these levels take. It's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
weird with. I always found it weird with Battle Pass because like, then that content's just gone to a certain extent. If you like,
Theoretically.
if you got skins or something like that, it's like, I would like to see them include that in.
Eh.
Like,
That's-
you can get through a lot of the early levels. Like, it's quite easy to get up. Like, you can get a level a day easily, up
Yeah.
to about level 23, but then it starts like really chugging up.
And it sucks because the last thing you get is an emote.
Yeah, I've been finding emotes in the like rotating shop.
But,
So
really.
yeah, I think I've bought like 2 of them already. So now that I've noticed that they're in the shop, I'm not as worried about missing it.
But the problem is I never emote anyway, so whatever.
Truth.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard me. It was the D-pad.
I tried, but it was never responsive. I don't know. It was also I'm still at the phase where I'm trying to win every time. And not,
Yep.
If I play more, I'll probably start wanting to goof off more and start trying to fuck people over more.
Wow.
Fucking, I'm gonna grab you next time, Dad.
Wow.
I'm gonna fucking grab you, pull you to the pits of hell. It's like Hades.
Oh God. Then we get to visit with Zagreus.
Zagoroth. I'm saying Zagoroth.
Zagreus, like Sephiroth. Zagreus.
Yep.
We've been playing a little Breath of the Wild, Pop. Me and you, kind of both at the same time. After that Ubisoft thing, started up a new game of Breath of the Wild. I just started from the beginning again. You did too, right? Just right up from the beginning.
What were you gonna say, DJ?
Go ahead, DJ.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I started about 4 days ago. I started fresh from the start. First time ever. Even up at the game about a year ago. Year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A year and a half ago.
I
You
did.
didn't
I
buy
think I
launch.
did the same
bought
thing.
at launch.
I didn't buy it
Oh.
lunch either.
I mean, I didn't get a Switch until a year in.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Then I bought the game like a year later.
Mhm.
And then I started playing it a year later. And
Yep.
now I'm like 6 hours in.
Neat game. I'm excited about it.
Hey,
What you doing there?
spoilers.
What's that? What are you doing? What are your hands? How you put your?
Is this a Fall Guys minigame? I got it. Reach the top. They should do the
Know what we're doing with that?
No.
They should do red light, yellow light. Yeah, what's that called? Red light, yellow light.
Oh, like
Green light.
if someone looks at you, you have to stop or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'll have like something and change the big screens on the memory game
Yep.
to colors.
Okay.
And then you're
Good
running
idea.
up a slope or something.
It's a good idea.
I feel like they don't do. They don't really do a good job with the screens. They have screens throughout the playing field, but they're not very vibrant. I don't think they're vibrant enough. I think they should be more like noticeable and have like bunch of LEDs and like maybe show the players. Anyways, Breath of the Wild. Spoilers.
Yeah.
It's a good video game.
It is a good game. I'm excited to get it. I've been meaning to get back to it. I played I think like 10-ish hours of it, but then I stopped, and now it's just like, as you said, DJ, at one time, with like, you should really just finish it. I should have just finished it back then. Should have just went
Yeah.
full
I'm
on.
exactly with you now, where I haven't played it in like 2 years. Whenever I got that game, like add a month and a half, I just kind of stopped. Never finished it, so like I
Nah.
can totally just start again, I guess, with the season pass stuff.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, so I'm ready to like get into it and like just finish that game. it's everybody. I mean, it's like Jason Schreier put out his friend 10 games in a generation. Number 1 was Breath of the Wild, and I never played that game, so I gotta get through it at some point.
I feel bad not muting my mic when I'm coughing because I know Albie has to edit that out now in the Audacity
Oh,
file.
he's got to edit a lot of robot noises as well, so he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have fun this one.
A lot of fun, a lot of joy, and happiness. Oh, I'm not gonna edit. Why would I edit that? We have Audacity. It shouldn't be robot noises on the
file.
local file.
I'm not a robot right now. How about you suck it? Fuck it.
Wow.
Suck it. I'm still kind of iffy on the combat. I don't know.
It's early on.
Nope.
It's weird.
It helps that I keep getting the controls mixed up, so I keep accidentally detonating bombs on myself. That doesn't help.
No.
I have to stop trying to use bombs in combat also.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the combat's. I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing it. I feel like it's hard to actually. First off, is there a dodge in that game? I don't think there is, right? Like a dodge rule or anything.
You can dodge roll.
I feel like there's a roll.
There's
Yeah,
a roll.
I feel like there's a
There's
roll.
a fat roll.
I haven't figured it out yet. It probably help once I figure out how to roll. Because right now I feel like there's no good way for me to defend. So I'm usually just going all out.
I
There's
thought
some
there
shields.
was.
There's shields in that game, isn't there?
There's
Yeah,
shield.
there's fucking shields in that
I
game.
have a shield, but it's like usually I don't have.
There's a timer counter. It's granted. There's a very famous like Twitch clip of a lady going into one of those. You know those challenge or puzzle
The challenge puzzle
tombstones.
places.
Yeah.
The
It's
dun-
a very famous like clip of a Twitch lady going into one, and she's like 30 or 40 hours into the game, and it like teaches her the basics of combat, and like it's basically I think what you're doing as well, because it teaches you like how to time a dodge to get a counter in, and like it it's insane that they hid it in there, but yeah.
I remember this clip now. Yes. I should probably look at a tutorial on YouTube about combat, and that would probably help. Yeah.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think the exploration part is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah,
part of it,
yeah.
right? It's just like walk in a direction and you just find stuff. Stuff just happens.
Yep. It's neat. It's neat. Obviously I'm still only like 6 hours in, but I'm not seeing the whole best game ever made hype.
Right.
But it's a good video game. Spoilers. Robot my voice this motherfucker.
Wow.
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 Time to see how my fantasy football team's doing.
I'm just
Will Full is
absolutely
doing nothing.
decimating my opponent in fantasy football this week. Just running the score up on Sarah. Poor Sarah. Poor Sarah.
Eckler's
Getting-
doing things.
Yeah. It's getting actually scary how Will Fuller's doing nothing. And Logan Thomas, he's at least doing something, but not enough.
Man, it looks like I could beat every team in this league this week if I was playing anybody. I got 200 points.
Yes, we know you're gonna win.
I mean, be psyched about those, but also be worried when because I had 170 point weeks the last 2 years and stuff. There's a down. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's a down. I know.
Your bench is very painful, DJ.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, he also had Johnny Smith, so it links. It's fair.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, I'm gonna drop fucking Anthony Miller.
Yeah, he missed a touchdown. That's bad. Julio Jones also did. Fucking pissed at him. The garbage player. You want Julio Jones, Tharden?
You want Julio? Yeah. What do you want for Julio? I'll give you a Hunter Henry.
Nope.
Julio. Give you a Jerry Jeudy.
A 4-point man for Julio. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, who got injured today. No.
Hunter.
How about a Fournette? A Leonard Fournette. Sweeten up a
No,
little.
I want like a starting running back. I want like a Miles Sanders for
Oh, okay, now.
Julio.
Leonard
Okay, there you
Fournette. Leonard Fournette's pretty good trade.
He's got a 27
Not for
this week.
Julio.
Okay, yeah, Julio, and like you said, Julio's not fucking getting touchdowns.
But he will get baller targets.
Sure.
My worry with Julio is, with Leonard Fournette is he's gonna split backfield with Ronald Jones. Not gonna get the guaranteed
Okay,
like,
well.
backfield anytime soon.
That's fair.
But also, you can get many wide receivers right now. That'd be pretty good.
I'd do that swap if we do some pick trades later on. Next year's pick trades.
Just fixed trades. Yeah. Give me a 1 and Julio, and I'll give you.
I'll give you a 6.
You're valuing
4.
Julio Jones way too much, my man. Julio looks bad, man.
Him fine.
I don't know. The only other thing I played this week was Control. Alan Wake Experience DLC.
Oh, right.
AWE is the actual name of the DLC. That's the second DLC for Control. It's pretty good. It's spooky. It sets up the shared universe thing, as you might expect, and lots of like sequel bait kind of stuff for either a sequel to Alan Wake or a sequel to Control. So, it's real good. I'm enjoying it so far. I beat it actually. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm enjoying it so far. I've completed that. In its totality, I thought it was pretty good overall. It's certainly like I think one thing that kind of held it back was the combat sort of dragged a bit for me. It ended up being a little empty, but I enjoyed the experience. Some fun moments, some creepy spooks. That's it. Yeah. Control continues to be a good game.
Do you think everyone's gonna pick the Colts next week or Survivor? 'Cause I would. The Colts are playing the Jets.
They're playing the Jets, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, the Jets are going to go 0-16 this season because they have Adam Gase as their head coach, and he's bad.
You're not wrong.
Not wrong. He's going to kill poor Sammy Darnold out there.
Well,
it's not good.
He might just not be good. Period.
Yeah. I like Control a lot. I think the thing I would say is DJ's disappeared into the ether.
See, he said something when
Control.
He did it, not for me.
What?
I'm sorry. I did. Well, now I know. Okay. Now I know. Control. The oldest house has taken DJ. The oldest house has taken Pop Cans. Albie's out here. He's in the darkness now with a bunch of dark screens. Well, what else did I want to say about Control? Like, there's some neat stuff. They set up a lot of sequel stuff, like organizations they could play around. What the fuck is happening in this Discord call? Welcome back, DJ. Welcome back, Pop Cans. The oldest house brought you back, huh? You're at it again. Great. Yeah, Control. It's a lot of fun. Shooting, flying, diving. That's fun. Let's go to news, and then we can wrap up here, fellas. Popcans, do you have any other games you want to talk about? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Is there anything else
No, I'm good.
Okay. So that Sony event happened this week in the news section.
I played some Doom 1.
Doom 1?
Dude, I'm sorry. I played some Doom. I don't want to disrespect Doom.
Doom 2016?
No.
Doom 1.
I did not say Doom 2016. I said Doom.
With BJ Blazkowicz?
They upgraded the Steam version of Doom. So you can still play the DOS version, but they upgraded it to use where you can play I think the Switch version or whatever. So it actually plays pretty well the Steam version now. So you can play it on a modern version of Windows. That's pretty good.
Cool.
And
So that,
Doom, it plays well with the controller. That's all I'm gonna say.
oh,
Maybe blasphemous to say, but Doom with the with the Xbox One controller is pretty good. Sorry, good news. Go ahead.
let me
Sorry.
tell you about the best new game. It's called the Sony PlayStation 5. It's the best new console out there on the market. We got our reveal date. We got our whatever price.
Yeah, whatever.
The big version of
What
whatever.
made you lose your mind? In
I
the
don't,
last
I
30
don't know.
seconds?
I
How'd you
lost
lose your-
completely.
Yeah.
The train of thought went like this, and then
Yeah,
off
what
the
happened there?
just
What was
bombed
the,
into.
what was the catalyst?
I was looking at. I don't know. I was looking at our sleeper thing, and somebody put in a poll for thighs, Pepe hand, and now a bunch of Pepe hand. It's a poll. I lost completely where I was at. So PlayStation 5, the big version, the one with the physical disc
The
thing,
big version.
the thick boy, is $499.99. So $500 for the big version, and then the digital version is $399. An interesting and intriguing price number. Thought, opinion. Are you getting a PlayStation 5? Is that enough?
No.
Okay.
Me and pop cans are cheap anyway, so
That's-
I don't think we'd get one anytime soon. I'm while I'm partially like Rain in that I like specs over anything else, I like raw power and whatnot. And theoretically the Xbox or One Series X or whatever it is called is overall an actual better console than the PS5. Just spec wise, it should be able to do more. I just don't really feel the appeal. And the big craziness which you were teasing with the digital edition is the PS5 and the PS5 digital edition are the exact same box, except one just has a disc drive missing.
All right.
Whereas the Xbox Series X is the big one and slightly better than the PS5, but the Series S, which is their digital equivalent, actually is quite a bit reduced power wise to the PS5 as well. So while it may be $300, I think that's $299. So I think it's $100 cheaper. It's definitely a reason why it's $100 cheaper.
Yeah. I still thought it was gonna be only $50 price difference, but obviously they're making up the 100 difference with you needing to buy digitally and buying on their marketplace. Them getting that sweet buckaroos.
Buckaroo Buns.
Yeah.
And fucking over Walmart in the process.
Yeah. So I don't think Fallon has it yet, but there was a fun bit of the whole press is saying we will release these games consoles tomorrow, and
For
lots
pre-order.
of time of things saying we will give you ample time to get ready for pre-ordering. And then lo and behold,
No.
within 2 hours, things were going up for pre-order. And it was a fun clusterfuck to behold, as everyone was scrambling left and right.
Yeah, it seems like Walmart was first with.
Right, yes, yep.
They just went let's go in there. Let's get in there.
And then there was a rumor that was confirmed that local GameStops that were still open for the day were starting to take pre-orders, so people were fucking scrambling, driving around to GameStops.
During COVID, which is a great thing. Let's do that. That's real great.
And over the course, it seems like there's a lot of reports that most of the sales were 70% Fat Boy, 30% digital edition consoles, which and like GameStop having a much higher ratio of big ones to digitals, which makes sense because if you're GameStop actively selling the digital only console, you're actively saying, I'm never getting any money off this customer again after this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a physical location you would think would sell the physical more often.
You still need to buy.
Yeah.
You can still sell points cards, but yeah.
I mean, but do you need a brick and mortar store at that point for that? No.
They're kids, for sure.
You almost wonder too if they would cut like a deal or something like that. Like you can get we'll take a $20 hit or something like that on the physical just to sell the physical more likely. So at least then you, I don't know, as a GameStop or a Walmart or whatever, you can still sell more physical discs. But
yeah, I think then after Walmart, I think other retailers started opening up their shit.
Yeah.
And,
and like the zeitgeist hit off like friends and stuff because after like from what I could tell of like maybe 2 people wanting the console, it turned into like 9 or 10 people having pre-orders in the end of the day.
Yeah, it was bedlam. So much so that Sony had to issue an apology.
Wow.
on Twitter, yeah. The apology, I will read it. Let's be honest.
Go ahead. I'll be black.
Let's be honest. PS5 pre-orders could have been a lot smoother. We truly apologize for that. Over the next few days, we will release more PlayStation 5 consoles for pre-orders. Retailers will share more details. And more PlayStation will arrive through the end of the year. There you go. That's a statement from Sony PlayStation Twitter account on the pre-order situation.
I feel like the real battle this upcoming generation is who has a better social media game. Because I feel like Microsoft is kicking Sony's ass in that regards.
Yep.
Have you seen their Twitter feed? It's fucking lit.
It is lit. Their response to the whole like pre-order thing the last week was real hot. That was like, and just laying it out real easy. Just like, here you go. Easy layup on the old Xbox account. I'll find that tweet.
It's pretty good. Also their all their Game Pass counts are good too. So yeah, it's and meanwhile Microsoft they set a date and time for their pre-orders to open up, which is in a couple days. So hopefully that goes better for them, but it seems like it will be, since they also announced their dates. They also announced their dates and prices, and nobody has opened up pre-orders yet. Though, of course, obviously, at this point, I'm assuming people are gonna be trying to buy them to scam or not to scalp. So I'm sure some sites will be crashing come Tuesday. It's a cat.
It is a cat.
What does Spider-Man think? Which console does he want?
Go ahead. Speak into the microphone, kitty cat.
He has four.
Please get.
He has 4 options to pick.
He has a lot of options, and he chose to be a bad cat, and he's left. He made a choice. He wanted to mess with the stream, and like allowed him.
Honestly, the thing that took the wind out of my sails the most is the fact that Horizon 2 is coming to the PS4.
Yeah, there's that weird part of it too, isn't there? Where that's coming to the PlayStation 4. Spider-Man's coming to the PlayStation. The only one that was like intriguing to me was Demon Souls, but I'm not a huge Souls guy. But that one has been like mixed messaging on the. Like, is there a PC version coming? Is there not?
The current message is no.
Yeah, the current message.
Yeah, I feel like there is one, but they fucked up in saying that there is one.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna hold off personally. I
Yeah,
was
easily.
right out of that event. I was like, okay, maybe, but then they kept clarifying stuff. Like they put out. I will say this: they let a lot of people talk about the thing that wasn't actually at the event. Like Jeff Keighley was out there just like spilling hot details too, like
Right. Yeah,
right
that's
after
true.
the event, like important details. And that should have probably been the event itself, but
Yeah,
So I think the logic with that is like the event is mostly recorded stuff. So
not.
they got that stuff like maybe a week ago and they had to produce it and then all that stuff.
Yep.
Things might have changed, which is exactly probably what happened with the Demon's Souls thing, which had that line in maybe about a week and a half ago, and then PS5 lawyers maybe said like this is a console exclusive. You can't go out saying that the PC order's coming soon as well, because
Yep.
that'll fuck up with our sales. But no one got to the production side of things and told them to take it out.
I will say the main problem it seems like with every game being able to play on both the both sides of the generations is the fact that
Yeah,
the main problem with that is the fact that it's hard to tell what is technically a launch title. Seems like.
which is one of the biggest things that was knocked on Xbox One Series X as well. So it turns into like what games are going to be exclusively PS5, which Ratchet and Clank I think is.
Yep.
I think that Godfall or whatever that crazy game that they fucking love
Oh,
to push
right.
out, but there's no information on it whatsoever other than like this is like a third-person RPG or action game, I guess. I think that's PS5, but then everything else looks like it's PS4 guy or Xbox One X.
Yeah, I mean, you could talk about that weird. Don't they have a weird bot game they always release the PlayStation game console
The Playroom
playroom
thing.
kind of
Yeah,
thing? Yeah.
that's a pack-in. That's technically a PS5 game. I think that's taking advantage of that fucking weird controller as well.
Excuse me. It is Ratchet and Clank a launch title?
Oh, it might not be a launch title. No, you're right.
No, yeah. I don't think it's a launch title. I think it's Demon's Souls and another thing. Not the only real launch titles you could think of.
Demon's Souls, Spider-Man, the Astro's Playroom or something like that.
No.
And then like I think there's some other like third-party stuff. Like I think Devil May Cry is one. I think there was like some other games that are already like there. And then they announced the like their equivalent to Game Pass for PlayStation Plus, which is like many PS4 games are playable on PS5.
Which seems fine. I wasn't super excited about
It's
it.
a good start.
Start or something. But yeah, I don't know.
The other thing, which I think is good and cool, I don't know if it's like so. They also someone somewhere said that there's a physical version of Miles Morales, or there's a version of the Spider-Man Miles Morales that comes with a reworked or remade Spider-Man PS4 version, which probably doesn't do. It probably has ray tracing on, so the puddles are fucking back. But more importantly, I think it has that tech that has the faster streaming and stuff. So it probably is much smoother and cooler to play around that game. Probably looks a little nicer, and maybe they upped the rendering from whatever it was, like 1080p to 1440p or something, and then streamed up to 4K. So yeah, like there's lots of little things around that. There's some cool stuff.
How big is that game gonna be? What if that takes up like 1/5 your hard drive?
That's a good question.
I think all of them are shipping as 1 terabyte systems. If I remember right, I think every Series X and these PS5s, I think they're all 1 terabyte systems.
Excuse me, the PS5 is 825 gigabyte.
Right, sure. Yeah, that's them covering their ass of like how much the UI is their overlay, and then like the every terabyte drive is not exactly a terabyte, and that sort of bullshit.
Right.
But yeah, I think the last. Well, there's a Hogwarts game. It looks cool. I'm not giving that fucking lady any money.
Hey, listen, I'm buying that game. I'm sorry. Listen, judge me
I'll
as
buy
you
it
will.
third party. Is what I was screaming at everyone as it was launched. Go to a GameStop, and buy that thing used. That way, that lady doesn't get any money whatsoever from the sale.
I don't follow that path. I don't know. She's so far removed from this game.
She gets royalties and stuff. She has royalties on every single thing Hogwarts based.
I don't really care because he's not the one who made the game.
I mean,
I
it's a minor amount of money per
I-
purchase.
I buy stuff at a store, and I'm sure the person who owns that company is a fucking piece of shit. I don't. It's weird. It's like it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard. I understand I understand why people like obviously don't want to touch this game because
Yeah.
but I feel like she's obviously a piece of shit.
Oh,
but
by all accounts, touch this game. I'm not saying like
Yeah.
don't get this game because the original creator of Hogwarts of Harry Potter and that whole ecosystem is being a piece of shit right now. I'm saying find an alternate way to buy this game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just fucking over the developers who actually made the game,
Yeah.
who are the ones who and
Who are the
honestly,
ones that are making Harry Potter not own? Like, like there's an argument there. Like they're like, I don't know.
it's a weird thing. I don't know.
You're right, and also that leads me to the next thing of next gen games are $10 or £10 or €10
That's
more expensive.
crazy.
That's makes sense.
Silly, but also
Somewhat. So it's $70 for you guys, right? Or is it 80? No, it's $70 now.
70. Yeah.
The
Now it's
British
60.
pound conversion, it is $95, my dudes.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
So yeah, maybe I will be buying these things secondhand.
Fair enough.
Game Pass, even better deal now than you would ever think before. Very good deal. Very happy about Game Pass.
Well, Microsoft hasn't confirmed. And I think they're still going with 60. Seems like.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about this thing. Nothing hasn't been really confirmed. Oh, Sony buried.
Sony's confirmed that, yeah, they've confirmed that.
It
But
was
they-
like, yeah, it
They
wasn't.
buried it, and it's only for their first party titles. And
Yeah, but you bet your sweet ass most third party AAA games at least will go with that.
Try
We'll
to.
we'll see. But also, if there's a PS4 and a PS5 version of the game, and if the PS5 version is $10 more, that's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like Watch Dogs 3.
That happened with like the PS4. That happened with when the PS4 first came about. Not so much in the US because it's been $60 for like decades, right? Yeah, so I also mentioned this when the PS5 was just coming out. I remember Borderlands 2, I could get it for like £25. And a lot of PS3 games, 360 games, were launching at about £35. Like Call of Duty was like the outlier doing the £5 push up that they fucking love to do. Then the PS4 came, it was £40. And Call of Duty was the outlier asshole doing it £45. And then at the end of this gen, like these PS4 games are now like £50. And like I'm pretty sure, but I keep whenever someone says a digital edition of a console is great to me, I reference the fact that like digital PSN games for me are £60. Like just flat out, like Spider-Man PS4 was £60. I bought that thing used 3 weeks later on eBay for £25. Final Fantasy VII Remake is still £60. I bought that thing used, granted, like quite a few months later, for £20. Like, I get the concept, especially for people like in Brazil, where like consoles alone are triple the price of like what we have. let alone getting the fucking discs there and stuff. So digital makes sense, but like I will always get the physical edition because I will easily get half price games within about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, obviously, people in America, we tend to obviously not look at people in
Yeah.
other countries. Yeah, it's weird, and obviously that's gonna be very situational. But
Yeah, it's very situational. But
it's
even
been in the
like
country.
even like the UK, that's meant to be fucking first party, first world is the phrase I was going for.
Yes,
First party,
a major market. Yes,
major
and
Yeah.
market. Yeah,
yeah, and it's fucking currency. Am I right?
yeah.
I don't know.
And the last thing I wanted to stick on is the the Series X and the Series S. There is like valid graphical differences between the consoles, so like you may want to think at like what's best for you. If you're fine with digital and Game Pass and stuff,
Yeah.
then that probably will work out for you, the big like $200 savings. But
And the hard drive is half in that Series S.
right as well, yeah, and that's like the fancy hard drive, which is probably expensive. Whereas like while you are saving $100 on the PS5, you can basically make that up in 2 games if you buy what is a Ratchet and Clank, sell it on eBay for like 80% of the cost, and then buy Horizon later on. Wait a month and then buy that for like 60% of the cost. You've basically saved the $100 right there, and you've got a free 4K Blu-ray player, which are still kind of expensive, to be honest.
Yep. I don't know.
Yeah, the digital. Yeah, for the Xbox side, the digital version makes a ton of sense. But and also for Game Pass.
Yeah, I think the Game Pass really fucking helps that sell.
But yeah, I've heard that. I don't understand why you would. I mean, I obviously understand why you would get a digital version of the PS5 because it's $100 less. But also,
Mhm.
if you're gonna console at launch, you probably have a plethora of the disposable income.
Excess cash,
Right.
yeah.
The
To throw
funny cocaine.
cocaine money.
I don't know, the PS5's really like rounded, so
Right.
getting lines on that thing would be kind of a bitch to do. Same with the PS3, that was rounded.
Yeah, rounded.
So like your lines would fall off. That's why the 360 sold so well, because it was
Yeah.
that way, so like it would like
Yeah.
pull up.
Uh-huh.
So you'd get fatter lines.
Fatter lines.
Also, you could take out the hard drive and then store your weed in there.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your gateway drug goes in the gateway. And then...
That and the
Okay,
GameCube are the best consoles for storing your drugs.
There was a lot of like excess space between the faceplates on the front. And if you had the like weed faceplate, the cops would think it would just be way too obvious, so they wouldn't like pull it off.
Listen, I'm just saying the Atari 2600 was a great console. Just saying. For weed. Yeah. Yeah. So any other games strike you guys? They've announced that new Final Fantasy. I put that trailer in there.
That was cool. What was the other game that was announced that was like pretty hype?
I mean, they have a
Besides
God of
Hogwarts.
War. God of
Demon
War.
That was it.
Demon Souls, pretty hype. Hogwarts was hype. Let me see here.
I feel like there was another like JRPG type Japanese studio that did something. Never mind. Maybe I was
There was
just feeding
Spider-Man. There was The Village, Resident Evil Village. That was cool. They had
guess I
that
was just
Five
so
Nights at
featuring-
Freddy's thing. That's weird.
Sure, I forgot about that.
Devil May Cry. Or yeah.
I feel like my most look forward to game is Sackboy at Big Adventure.
Of
I
course.
forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
The
Sackboy.
biggest launch game for the PS5.
Legitimately, 3D platformers are back. You got a Crash Bandicoot game coming out in 2020, my friends. Crash Bandicoot.
That game's going to sell so well.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make a nice little scratch on that. Makes you wonder why they never put out a Banjo game. You could have put out a Banjo game. I know people shit on the last Banjo game, but you could put out another Banjo game.
What
I'm
makes
just
you
saying.
think what makes you think they're not right now?
Some dark hole in the middle of Microsoft's corporate offices, some poor intern locked in a room, forced to make a Banjo game for the next 20 years, come up with something.
Meanwhile, Rare's making shitty games like that Honey I Shrunk the Kids game.
Hey,
Grounded.
Ground is real good. Sea of Thieves, also pretty good. Evoweed, or whatever their next game is, might be pretty good.
Everweed. Is that
Everweed.
a 360 game?
It's also Everwild.
Token it. Everwild.
Everweed. I want Evoweed.
Sorry, I've been watching too much of that guy on YouTube that's a fighting game person, and his bit was calling it Evoweed. Now it's stuck in my head that it's Evoweed.
They made the Battletoads game. I don't believe it.
Yeah. That Battletoad game slaps. And you're going to find out about that, sir, when we play that at some point.
We'll see.
Yeah. So that's the PlayStation thing. Some neat stuff. I'm going to buy that fucking Hogwarts game. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Forgive me. What else happened? Michael, what the heck was his name? I deleted this. Michel Ancel. Stepped away from Ubisoft. He was working there. He was working on Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Wild. Remember Wild? That game still exists, I guess. Okay, are you okay? You good?
No.
No. So he's stepping away from Ubisoft after 30 years. I guess to work on a wildlife rehabilitation kind of thing. So good for him. I thought it was going to be some kind of real dark thing, but it looks like he may just be leaving to go do some work with wild animals. That's cool. Hey, great career, long span. It seems like both of his games are now like sorted to a certain extent, and he just feels confident in going like, okay, I'm done. So they're probably in just the making stuff platform of that game now. So. Cool. Good for him. No idea if any of those games that he's just working on is going to come out, but good for him. Get out of there. Yeah, and that's all the news I have, guys. Do you have anything else you guys want to talk about? No? No? Okay. That's been episode 212 then, from We're Back then. I've been Albert. We've been putting our hands up nonstop. If you notice the delay in the audio, it's all of us putting our hands up, which is good. Which is a lot of fun.
Can I say my thing now?
Go ahead.
Rayman's a good video game.
Yes.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Maybe we'll get a new Rayman game since he was the one who was stopping them making a new Rayman game.
Yeah.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, he didn't want anyone else to work on it but himself.
It's not
Oh.
true.
He said that, yeah. It's Michael Ansel? Michelle Ansel?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Probably because you didn't want them to make it with phones like they're going to do now.
Probably.
Anyways.
Now you're going to look at this Rayman quote.
I am. Oh, I'm sorry for the Rayman phone game runner that's going to come out in like 2 months.
They already have it made. It's like ready to go. It's just got to get him out of here and then just say, I'm done. Get out.
Yeah.
I'll find a quote. We'll keep the. Let me do that.
Fine.
Let me plug these. Our website is romswerebaghdad.com. We stream live on our Twitch twitch.tv/RamsBaghdad every Sunday around 4 p.m. Eastern. We also have a Twitter at RamsBag. We also have a email account, ramsbag@gmail.com, if you want to send us a question about why we're doing the hands thing and what's the thought process behind that. You can ask us that question there. And then we have a YouTube page too. Easy.moe is the website for the anime podcast. If you want to navigate directly to anime, serve yourself up some anime. We want to send a big shout out to Mary. I think she had a big week this week, so you're excited for her.
She did. Well done for her. Before we go, I'm gonna link a Eurogamer thing of like someone drew. It's useless news, but someone drew to scale some diagrams showing how the PS5 and Xbox Series X will look in their home. I did not realize the PS5 is a fucking chonky boy.
Huge boy, yeah, huge boy, huge thing, very large. Okay, I gotta go like this. Did you link it? Where'd you link it? In the Twitch chat? Okay, going over.
Twitch chat. It's also in our chat. You have to click it, and then there's some more Twitter links. They separated the Twitter images, so I just did the Eurogamer link. It's giant. Like, on its side,
huge.
It's bigger than, like, the Switch standing up in its dock.
I mean, it's huge. Look at the size of that boy. He big. It's like almost the size of a 30, like, what is that, a 30-inch TV?
Yeah. I don't know. It's
ridiculous.
Japanese, so I don't know if they link the size of the TV, but Jesus.
He big. I want to see that. I want to see that thing in real life. I want to see.
If you keep going down, they also have Series X.
Do you have a banana for scale?
No, about my penis.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, I know I noticed this earlier, but I didn't want to say anything. You guys didn't link this at all in Discord. You guys fucked up.
Linked what?
The stream.
Oh, the stream. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys fucked up.
Yes, we did. I ask you all to cover for me. You know I can't link nothing in Discord now. Y'all out here
Really?
troubleshooting.
You're mod. You're admin. That's not true.
I mean, I can, but I can't. Not when the stream's running. Because then people will just see my screen. Because I have each one like a little face. I have little windows for every face in the call. And if I moved it, then you would see like a horrible nightmare like this. See? Look at, you'd see this. That's what you would see.
Oh, okay. That's horrible.
It's horrific.
The tragedy.
The tragedy.
I was gonna finish it.
Okay, finish it. All right.
The tragedy.
Just like I'm about to finish Sarah in this fantasy football league.
God,
I'm about to finish it. Ha! Oh, the oldest house ate DJ again. Goodbye, DJ.
I love it when the guy who's winning by 100 points is bragging.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, you're gonna get it this season. If I can keep winning, I'm gonna keep on bragging. I'll brag all the way to the bank. You don't know me. This is League of Legends, Thouden. Everybody's gone. Oh no. Oh no.